Welcome to Blade HQ, everybody. Today is June 16th, 2025, and we are here with a ton of new knives.
We are. I'm really excited because we have a few kind of new things on the table that maybe we haven't seen from some of these brands.
Yeah,
so I'm
some
excited.
stuff that's like sort of fresh Blade Show stuff, too.
Yeah,
So if you didn't
exactly.
make the show, here's a great place to start.
Yeah.
Before we jump right in, today's episode is sponsored by Heretic Knives, one of our favorite brands here at Blade HQ.
It is. They make such high quality stuff. We have the Manticore X here, so the larger OTF with this murdered out black look. This thing is so sweet. All their knives are just so dependable. And obviously they make the cell shade stuff, which you guys have probably seen.
Yeah, you should check out that video about the cell shades we made at Blade Show, because seriously, what an interesting thing to apply to a knife.
I know.
And it's just so much fun. And I know you
It's
Borderlands fans out there love that, and I still hold that it reminds me of Curious George the most.
It does. Yeah, I could see that. But yeah, that stuff's super sweet. But yes, thank you, Heretic, for your sponsor and for always setting us up with some really cool stuff.
Yep, and this knife we're giving away today in the live. So if you want to get on these giveaways, join us every Monday at noon Mountain Standard. We have a live new knives. You can ask us questions, and before or after, we can answer them for you. And you can be entered in to win awesome knives like this one from Heretic.
Heck yeah.
Thank you again, Heretic, and let's jump in. Starting with QSP with the Penguin Glyde lock.
Yeah, so this one, you guys know of the QSP Penguin, but now it has their version of the crossbar lock, which they call the Glyde lock. So instead of the actual axis that you see with kind of the stud, you're seeing this little panel that just slides up and down. But
Yeah.
so smooth.
And what I really appreciate about the Glyde lock is the texturing on this grip face, I don't know if I'd call it a stud, is so nice that you can do it with your index finger even. I didn't just cut that, did I?
No, you're good.
Sorry, everybody. But yeah, a very glossy action, a very nicely run everything, and super fidgety, and a really great price, $49.
That's awesome. I think they just won Best Buy at Blade Show for the Glyde lock Penguin.
It's really hard to beat it. I mean, people love this for its everyday carry performance. I want to say we're 14C28N, so a nice balanced stainless budget steel.
Yep.
FRN handle scales in all the colors you like.
Yeah, these are exclusives, I believe. So
The blue one is?
The blue, yeah.
Yeah, and
cool.
I personally like that gray one. I think the gray and the black is one of my favorite combos in knives.
It is. But yeah, they're coming out with a bunch of new variations of these ones, so definitely keep your eye out.
Yeah, and if you like this Glyde lock, stick around. I'm sure QSP's got some stuff coming.
100%.
In addition from QSP, we've got this guy, the Erised I. And
Yes.
this is
I don't know
quite
if
the
it'll
knife.
sit.
I don't think it will either, that
Sad.
bolster, so I'll just have to hold it. But the big thing I'm noticing here is look at that mirror polish.
Yeah, that is clean. I like the bolster. I love the mosaic studs in there. It looks really clean with the pins, the wood handle. It's a very classy knife, very traditional looking.
Yeah.
Obviously, is that a flat grind or no? It has a little bit of a
Maybe a teeny bit of a
teeny bit of a
hollow.
hollow grind. But yeah, I'd
I'm not
imagine the thing
sure.
is very slicey, but it does have obviously a thicker blade stock, so you could probably put it through some rough stuff if you need to.
And the big thing I noticed here is its name, like Erised. What is that? I looked it up, and apparently in Harry Potter, there's something called the Mirror of Erised.
Oh.
And Erised is the word desire spelled backwards.
Oh, that's cool.
And-
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and I think the reason they gave it that is because of the mirror polish here. And normally a mirror polish on a blade will really jack up your price. I've seen as much as like $1,000 of an increase just for a mirror polish.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
But here, $49.99 on sale right now.
That's pretty good. That is a discounted sale price. So if whatever we have of these, that's all we got. So if you want one, make sure you jump on it.
Yep, it's also got this fun leather sheath with a lot of tooling all over it.
It's very pretty.
So this is a pretty awesome fixed blade, and for a really awesome price. I would imagine they will go fairly quickly.
Exactly.
Yep, next up, REMETTE with the RT-Aurora.
Yeah, this is cool. So REMETTE is kind of joining the crossbar lock fad, which how could you not these days? But this looks like carbon fiber, but it's actually a G10 handle, so it's super lightweight.
It's for the really coarse weave that really gives you that texture you like.
Yeah, but it's super fidgety, it's super smooth, and it's in a sane price.
Yeah, $52.50.
Yeah, pretty good for REMETTE.
Yeah, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again. There has never been a better time to be into budget knives than now. When I started at Blade HQ, if you wanted a knife, I mean, what's this, a D2 blade, 14C28N? But
Pretty good.
I would say akin to D2 in terms of pricing. If you wanted a D2 blade with a crossbar lock on a G10 handle, you were looking $150 and more.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It was insane. And now, even after inflation and everything, you can get a $50 really awesome crossbar lock knife.
Yeah, I do love how a lot of our brands are working on making something that's a little more budget friendly, a little more starter friendly. So it's really inviting.
Yep, and also Remette's premium line is really incredible as well.
It is. I love their stuff.
Their gravity knives are fun. Their button actuation, very innovative, but also innovative with class and taste.
It is. I dig it.
Yep. Next up from Reate, we have the PL-7, and this one, we've seen stuff like this before, but this one I think is more of the, dare I say, the more affordable line. Instead of the full tie and other stuff, we have micarta, and these ones are going for $137.
Yeah, these are cool. I think a few weeks ago we had the PL6s on, which were a little bit of a straighter profile, but this has a really pretty trailing point blade. I will say with these, I was handling it earlier, it is so comfortable in the hand. The way that the blade trails with the jimping on the back, it sits perfectly for your hand to just want to rest there and feel really comfortable. And I can imagine that's why they have the nice little safety lock next to the pivot here so that you can really grip up on it and know that that blade isn't going to go anywhere.
Yeah, and I know that Reate is normally known for like premium everyday carry sort of stuff, but this almost feels like a hunting knife to me.
It does, I could see it. And the fun thing with these, this little PL series, is that the lock is actually in the pivot button. So you're not going to see a button anywhere else like a standard button lock. You'll see it right there in the pivot.
Yeah.
They're cool.
Makes it nice and intuitive, a good clean surface.
Yeah.
And I kind of
like
love
it.
these like slate blue accents with the titanium backspacer and lock.
I do dig that. I know these come in a ton of different micarta colors, so everything to suit your fancy.
PL-7 from Reate, and not a terrible price at $137 once again.
Yeah, Reate does great stuff.
Yep, next up, USA made, we've got the Toor knives Vespen.
Yeah, these are wild. Not something that you see from Toor very often. Like a very nimble, straight profile knife. It's kind of crazy.
What I like about Toor is Connor Toor was he a Marine or was he in the Army?
Couldn't tell you that.
Don't mess that one up. They might not like that. He's a United States military veteran, and he created knives that he would have liked to carry on duty. And I appreciate that a lot of them are like big vest-style combat knives, but this one feels a little more narrow, like sleek, almost everyday carry sort of thing. He sort of makes a knife for every knife user out there.
Yeah. I could definitely see this one being more EDC oriented just because of its slim profile.
I'd pocket that thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's very skinny, so you don't have to worry about something so large in your pocket. But the blade on this thing, oh my goodness. So long, so pointy. So obviously you could still use it for tactical purposes because that will do some damage.
Yep, CPM M4 too. Sometimes on these little blades, they get a little snappy because they're so small, but M4 is so tough.
Well, look at how thick that blade stock is. It is
good luck.
beefy.
You almost use the thing as a pry bar.
Exactly.
Yeah, but still razor sharp. It's nice. And these ones are going for $275. And we have them in 2 different flavors right now, but I imagine Toor tends to bring out different colors along the way.
Oh, yeah.
I'll wait and see the pinup one.
Oh, I love
that pinup color was a lot
their
of fun.
pinup looks, yeah. But yeah, it's cool to see Toor doing something a little bit different than we're used to. So.
Yep. And next up from Null Knives, we have the Raiden, but these are our exclusive versions.
We do, and these are going so fast. So if you
Honestly,
guys are
they might
watching,
be gone now.
yeah, if you are watching and they're available, I would jump on them. But these have this beautiful copper accent tones here. You see it in the backspacer, the blade, and the carbon fiber. I mean, this is beautiful.
Yeah, this is one of my Grail knives. Its design just fits the hand really well, but it looks so distinctive. Those fullers are really good for flicking, but also the thumb studs work great as well. The copper accents. Oh, now it does have a bit of a Grail knife price. These are going for $375.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, a lot of people are going after them.
It is, and I love the milling holes on that other variant. This one's just the solid handle, but the milling on that one looks so good.
Speed holes, if you will.
I do, I dig it. Show you the back of this one. We have, obviously, just plain black on the other side, but these are so well crafted, beautiful design. I love these.
Yep. So get these ones quick before they go, and we will hopefully see more Raidens in the future.
Yeah, those are sweet.
Yep.
Oh.
Next up, you know this one.
I do. So these are the Arcade Pros, guys.
From Flytanium.
Yes, these have a Tonto blade. I believe these are 20 CV out of the box. But you can upgrade the blade as well, which we have here. Oh no, these are 20 CV, my apologies.
So if you wanted to upgrade your original Arcade to the Arcade Pros loadout, you could. However, there is something special with the Arcade Pro. This is the first shark lock of any variety, as far as I'm aware. I'm sure there's some Demco nerd out there who can correct me, that has no liner. So it is just the titanium, and then you have the lock bar. So it makes it a bit slimmer and more everyday carryable and very luxury.
It is, and I love the pairing of the Tonto with the titanium. I just think it looks so classy, so modern, but it also gives it kind of that mean look. I mean, the black Tonto, I love that.
Yeah, and I see on Reddit sometimes people say Tonto Tuesday, and other times they say Titanium Tuesday.
Yeah.
But if you get this one, it's Titanium Tonto
Titanium
Tuesday.
Tonto Tuesday.
So you should celebrate, observe,
There you
join
go.
the movement.
Yep.
Yeah,
and
the other big thing, compatible with the entire arcade aftermarket.
Not yet.
Not yet.
No, I was gonna make a note on that.
Oh.
So yeah, sadly, right now, because the scales and the inlays are different, because no liners and
Really?
everything, they said that at some point they will make all the pieces compatible, but as of now, you can't downgrade from a Pro. You can only upgrade to a Pro.
Oh, okay.
I believe that's what they
But the
told
thumb
us.
studs still work.
Yes. So you can swap out the thumb studs, but I think some of the hardware is different on these guys.
Just because they had to get rid of the liners.
Yeah. So, but yeah, otherwise, most of the arcades are compatible with each other.
Yep, and if you have an arcade but you just wanted the Tanto, go and grab one of those.
Yeah,
I believe
very
they come with
clean.
lock bars as well. So if you wanted to get a black lock bar, it's the way to do it now.
Yeah, love those.
Yep, and those ones are going for $2.99.
Heck yeah.
Next up, Tactile, the bear.
These are so cool. This is the 16-bit version, so this is their little slip joint that they have. I'm sure you've seen them before. And then we have this really pretty bronze one as well.
Yeah, I like that bronze. It's the same bronze that the Tactile Turn pens are made with. And they're all the same company, Tactile Knife Co. and Tactile Turn. I think they might be separate businesses, but they're run by the same people. And they are really proud machinists here in America.
They are, and the walk and talk on these is so nice. You have the perfect half stop, and then just a nice little silent release back into the blade. It's so good. I love these.
Yeah.
I can honestly say, like, when I think of these, and especially the bronze one, it makes me think of those really just pleasing EDC loadout photos that, like, Taylor Martin or Ricky or
Peter
Panda
McKinnon.
Pie,
I
like
feel like
any
he
of
does
those
all
guys
that.
are taking. It just fits the vibe. So this is kind of more of a classy gentleman's carry, if you will, in my opinion.
Yeah, but it's a Magna Cut blade and either bronze or titanium handle.
It is
So
bougie.
it's bougie and it can take a pretty significant beating too. So
I can.
don't be afraid to use it just because it looks good.
Yeah. These are sweet. Tactile Turn.
Yep. So the bronze one goes for $249 and the 16-bit goes for $299 because all the custom Cerakoting going on.
Okay, pretty good.
Yes.
And the next up.
Wenger blades with the companion.
Yeah, so these ones, obviously longer handle, shorter blade. I feel like that's kind of in right now for fixed blades. You've been seeing it a lot more.
Yeah. So Dave Wenger is another American knife maker, and I'm pretty sure these are what they might call like mid-techs, where they're all hand finished and hand done by him.
Yeah.
But they have some production assets too, like the handles are going to be milled and that sort of thing. And because of that, you're getting all the touch and feel that you want out of a custom knife, but not for a truly ridiculous price. I think these ones go for $305.
Okay, pretty good.
Yep.
But yeah, these are kind of giving like bushcraft. Obviously, there's a somewhat of a Scandi grind on there. So I kind of think bushcraft, but more so in the sense of someone, what are you doing while you're bushcrafting? Just kind of the vibe that accompanies someone out in the woods. It just very much gives like, I'm going to go outdoors and use this. Let me throw it in my pocket.
Nice
cool.
thin Magna Cut blades on these guys with a zero-edge Scandi. And there's a few different flavors of micarta. And my understanding is they come with 2 different sheaths.
They do, yeah. So I'll show you these. So the one that it came with out of the box or in the sheath is this guy. Has a nice discreet pocket clip on there. That thing is going to make sure that is not leaving your pocket, I promise you.
And like there's a little Velcro field there, so you're going to throw a patch on there. It's good times.
It's kind of fun. And then it also does come with just the other standard pancake sheath. So you can throw your personal clips on there, however you want to carry it. If you did want to put a lanyard on there, all the way up to you.
Yeah, one thing I appreciate here is not often do you see a belt sheath that works super well as a pocket sheath right out of the box.
Yeah, it does. It is
So this
set
one,
up.
they just like give you a state-of-the-art pocket sheath and a belt sheath, and you can choose your own adventure from there.
Yeah, you know, I do like the versatility behind it because I think obviously a lot of knives come with one or the other, and so you're kind of left to your own imagination to make it work, but I dig it.
I dig it as well.
Sweet.
Yep, and then next up, Heretic Hydra V4.
Yeah, we got a few of these.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw the Cell Shade one down because who doesn't love Cell Shade?
I know, that one looks so good. But George, tell me the new upgrades to these.
So the Heretic Hydra has been around for a while. It's the go-to single action, punch you in the face, powerful OTF.
Terrifying.
Yeah, terrifying. These things thump. But the V4 has a few things going for it. First of all is the handle design has a bit more organic curve to it, gives it a bit more of an ergonomic feel.
Yeah, it feels good.
Next up, the blade to handle ratio has been upgraded, so you're gonna get a bit more blade for the same amount of handle.
Okay.
Also, the slide here is aluminum now instead of steel. And for tensile strength, that's gonna be just fine. But what that really does is it lightens the knife up. It's quite a bit lighter than it used to be.
It
Other
is.
than that, it's still the same absolute beast of an OTF you know and love.
It is, yeah. I mean, I can't think of a better tactical OTF. This blade will go through anything. It doesn't have the same kind of safety feature to it as maybe a double action to where that blade will stop if it hits something. These things are not going to stop. So take that into account if you own one or are going to buy one. They are very, you have to handle them with caution, I should say.
But
know what you're getting into.
If you are the master of this thing, there's no more fun knife to carry. This is what TJ Marfione carries every day. He's the man who created this knife.
Yeah, they're wild. And we have a few different flavors. That was the Cell Shade. This one has like a very interesting kind of speckled black blade on there.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. Almost maybe like a stone-washed coating or something. I
Yeah,
don't know.
it's super cool. So this is the full black version with the gray button. And then we also have the standard stonewash blade with the stonewash accents.
Yeah, these are a lot of fun. The Cell Shade one goes for $549, and they go down to about $500-ish, depending on coating, variation, what have you. Definitely premium knives, definitely with a premium price, but my goodness, are they fun to use.
They're worth it, that's for sure. And then last on the table, we have the Heretic. I always get them mixed up. This is the Pariah.
This is the Pariah.
The Pariah, there you go.
Yep. The Medusa's the other one. Pariah Medusa, get it mixed up.
I know.
But we've seen these before, but we just picked up this really pretty one from Blade Show with the Cell Shade.
I'm surprised these haven't gone yet. So if you still see them on our site
They're going fast.
and you want one, pick it up.
Yeah, we had this really pretty neon green Medusa on the table, but it's sold out before we started. We're like, we're not going to put something that we know for a fact is sold out. But
I know. They're really cool, though. As George said earlier, we got to talk with everyone at Heretic on how these were made, and they kind of talked us through the ideation, the hopes for the Cell Shade series, and they've absolutely knocked it out of the park. This is the manual version, so you have the very elongated thumb hole and then the button lock on this guy.
yeah, what I love about the button lock on this guy, too, is that it has a tritium vial in it.
It does. It looks really cool.
So it will glow.
It does. And then these Magna Cut blade, titanium everything, high class.
I got to get me one of these.
They're
There will
so
come a
cool.
day. They're so amazing.
One day, George, you got a long list.
Yeah, I do. It's a bad thing.
That's all right.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining us. This is just a sampling of the new knives we have at BladeHQ.com. You can check out new arrivals. You can find them all there.
Yes, thank you guys for joining, and we will see you on the next one. And do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See ya.